Welcome back, awesome possums, and welcome if you're new. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We are actually going to be painting a 3D printed model of the Five Nights at Freddy's Cupcake character that my dad 3D printed. Let's get started. Hello everybody, welcome back to my video. Okay, so today is going to be a fairly short video. I cut a lot of it out for you guys because it's kind of it wasn't a tedious process. It was just a long process having to wait for paint to dry and everything on this stuff. But it was fairly simple. I think it turned out pretty good. It was just, it's a pretty basic process. It was just painting. So I'm starting out by painting its eyes yellow. The top of it was black and the bottom of it was green because I wanted to make it look like a neon cupcake because I thought that could be really cute. So we're just making the eyes bright yellow. It really pops on the background. Yeah, this process was extremely simple. That's why, like I said, it's going to be a pretty short video. I'm not going to bore you guys with the layers and layers and layers of paint. And I then went in with a neon green similar to the color of the base of the cupcake, and that is the color that I chose to do for the eyelids. Like I said, pretty basic process. There wasn't a whole lot going on. Yeah, it's just me painting and painting and painting. This took quite a few layers of paint because I didn't prep the surface before painting on it. Bad idea if you paint anything, you know. The paint just wanted to like smush around. It was not sticking. So yeah, fun process. Me having to go over with layers and layers and layers of paint, but still turned out pretty good in the end. My dad did end up helping me out. He clear coated it at the end and made it super shiny. I now use it as like a jewelry box type of thing. It's pretty cute. I really like it. It is extremely simple. If you guys are interested in these 3D printed cupcakes, my dad actually made 3 more of them, I believe. If you guys are also interested in me doing more like 3D painting videos, or like where I paint 3D printed objects, I totally can. My dad has quite a few things that I help paint and whatnot. Not a big deal. I also have, which this was before I did my YouTube videos, I have a miniature Jax from the Amazing Digital Circus that I painted. I'll probably post a picture of it on my channel or something eventually. But yeah, it's super cute. I really enjoy these little like 3D printed things that I can paint. It's really fun for me, at least. I'm now painting the teeth white, which I really gotta get a different background color because it is hard to tell when I'm painting white if the background is white. Plus my background is just so covered in paint and dirty looking. So I'll probably get a tablecloth or something to put on it because it doesn't look right. But that's just besides the point. I'm now going in with pink for stripes on the candle. I did pink stripes and then obviously like a yellow flame to make it look like it was lit. Pretty cute. Pretty basic. So it's just a pink and green candle, you know. Painting the candle was definitely the hardest part because it was so small and there really wasn't a good way for me to hold it while I was painting it. So it took the longest because I kept having to clean it up and fix places that I messed up. But, you know, you live, you learn, right? Here I am. I put the candle in the head of the cupcake to make it easier to paint the flame. I couldn't think of the word. To make it easier to paint the flame, because otherwise, once again, the candle was just rolling around and like it was hard to hold. There wouldn't have been any way for me to hold it this way. And then here you can see me after it dried, I took it out and did the second layer of paint on the flame. And then here I am going in with another layer of paint on the pupils, which the pupils ended up, I chose pink for the pupils, yellow for the irises, and then green for the eyelids. I think it turned out pretty cute. Very neon, kind of scary. As it's supposed to be, it's Cupcake, but yeah. But yeah, this painting process took a lot longer than what you guys are seeing. I'm not sure how long it took exactly, but it took quite a bit of time. And it was pretty boring, you know. It's fun for me to do, but I don't see this being like a staple type of video on my channel because it's fun, but it's not that fun to watch somebody do. And I understand that. But as always, if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. I want to do what you guys want to see. So if you guys have any painting art suggestions, let me know. I am going to be doing a poll on my Instagram at possumcrafts2007 on what kind of crochet video you guys would want to see. If you guys want to see a tutorial, you guys want to see me just doing it, just talking about what I'm doing, talking about my process, my thought process, whatever, let me know. And if you guys do choose tutorial, I'm going to put up another poll asking which tutorial you guys want to see, because I have quite a few that I could make a tutorial on, and I want to know what you guys are interested in, and I'd love to help somebody out who's getting into crocheting. So make sure you go check my Instagram channel and let me know. And here is the finished cupcake with some little plushies. I hope you guys liked it.
Alright
Bye.
guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe down below. And what is your guys' favorite Five Nights at Freddy's character? Have a great day. Bye!